Iran's ballistic missile program is the largest in the Middle East and plays a key role in Iran's military strategy. Its diverse short-range and medium-range ballistic missiles serve as a deterrent, support regional proxies, and bolster national defense capabilities. Iranian Scud missile launcher. The program aims to offset its adversary's military superiority, particularly given Western sanctions that have hampered its ability to maintain and upgrade its air force. The country has adopted a deterrence by punishment approach to ward off threats from Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United States. And according to an Iranian official, all European countries are also in range. Concerns about the program's potential connection to Iran's nuclear ambitions have led to international scrutiny and sanctions, after which Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei reportedly authorized the development of miniaturized nuclear warheads for ballistic missiles. The program is primarily led by the Aerospace Industries Organization, AIO, and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, which oversees several subordinate missile entities and front companies that procure needed ingredients, components, and equipment from foreign suppliers. The Self-Sufficiency Jihad Organization, SSJO, is tasked with advancing the country's ballistic missile capabilities. History. Iran's missile program originated during the 1980 Iran-Iraq war as a means to deter Iraqi Scud attacks and compensate for its lack of modern air power. In 1984, Iran obtained its first ballistic missiles, 20 Soviet Scud B SRBMs, from Libya, and subsequently procured Scud derivatives and launchers from North Korea and China. By the 1990s, Iran had reverse-engineered Scud technology to produce the Shahab 1, a range of 330 kilo, and Shahab 2, a range of 500 kilometer missiles, as well as Zelzal and Fateh short-range rockets. In the 2000s, Iran introduced longer-range systems, e.g. the liquid-fueled Shahab 3 MRBM, and began testing two-stage solid-fueled designs, e.g. the Sejil 2 MRBM. Key milestones include the public debut of Shahab 3 in 1998, a range of 300 kilometer range, and the solid fuel Sejil in 2008. By 2010, Iran was unveiling newer variants, e.g. KM-1 in 2010, Zulfakhar in 2016, and integrating missile tests with its growing space launch program. Throughout this period, the program's drivers included deterrence of Israel and Gulf states, asymmetrical warfare doctrine, and prestige, as summed up by experts. Iran's ballistic missile program is an important element of military doctrine, a means of deterrence, and a tool of statecraft. Iran intensified efforts to rebuild its ballistic missile program following the losses it sustained during the 2025 Iran-Israel war, and after the war, production of ballistic missiles quickly resumed and is reported to have replenished its stockpile to approximately 2,000 missiles, and it made significant developments in the capabilities of its missiles. This was done despite the reinstating of United Nations sanctions restricting arms transfers and ballistic missile activity through the JCPOA snapback mechanism in late September 2025. The sanctions were intended to prevent Iran from undertaking any activity related to ballistic missiles capable of delivering nuclear weapons, including delivery of materials which could contribute to such activity. European intelligence sources and a CNN investigation report that since the reimposition of sanctions, Iran received multiple large shipments of sodium perchlorate from China, totaling approximately 2,000 tons, delivered to the port of Bandar Abbas. This was in addition to an earlier shipment of 1,000 tons delivered to Iran from China in February 2025. Sodium perchlorate, while not explicitly banned by the sanctions, falls under the broader prohibition of providing items, materials, equipment, goods, and technology, which could contribute to Iran's missile program, and is a precursor in the production of ammonium perchlorate, the primary oxidizer in solid-fueled rocket motors used in Iran's medium-range ballistic missiles, whose provision to Iran is prohibited explicitly. Reports that the shipments were facilitated through a network of Chinese suppliers, front companies, and cargo vessels, some already under U.S. sanctions, were corroborated by ship tracking data and satellite imagery. The reports included evidence of repeated voyages between Chinese ports and Iran and, in some cases, deliberate efforts to obscure vessel movements. Analysts assess that the quantities delivered could allow the production production of 500 missiles, which would demonstrate a determined attempt by Iran to replenish depleted stockpiles. On 22nd December 2025, Iran reportedly conducted ballistic missile tests over Tehran, Isfahan, Mashhad, Khorramabad, and Mahabad. Initially, IRGC-aligned media notified the public about the tests, while citing various videos of missile deployment surfacing from many locations. However, state-run IRIB news agency denied the launches had ever taken place, stating that the White Trail was an aircraft contrail at high altitude and that the images were inaccurate. Types. Edit. Iran's ballistic missile arsenal is estimated to include over 3,000 missiles. This large inventory comprises a diverse array of short-range ballistic missiles, SRBMs, with a range of 300,000 km, and medium-range ballistic missiles, MRBMs, with a range of 3,000 km. According to a statement made by Iranian parliament, member of the Commission on National Security and Foreign Policy, Amir Hayat Moghadam, all of Europe, and in particular Britain, France and Germany are in range of Iranian MRBMs, while major U.S. cities such as Washington and New York, beyond range at approximately 10,000 km away, may be targeted by missiles launched from the sea. Short-range ballistic missiles. Edit. 3 to 1,000 km range. Source. Shahab 1 and Shahab 2. Liquid-fueled missiles, with ranges of 350 km and 750 km, respectively. Cam 1, a liquid-fueled SRBM, with a range of 750 km and a smart targeting system. Fateh 110 family, a series of solid-fueled missiles including Fateh 110, 300 km range, Fateh 3 113, 500 km range, Zulfikar 750 km range, medium-range ballistic missiles. Edit. 1,000 3,000 km range. Source. Shahab 3 variants, liquid-fueled MRBMs with ranges between 1,200 km and 2,100 km. Qasim Basir, an improved Hajj Qasim variant with better precision and evasion mechanisms and a range of 4,200 km. Hajj Qasim, a solid-fueled MRBM with an estimated range of 1,400 km. Kheibar Shakan, a precision strike ballistic missile with a range of 1,450 km. Fateh 1 and Fateh 2, hypersonic missiles reportedly capable of Mach 13 speeds, with ranges of 1,400 km and 1,500 km, respectively. Emad, meaning trust in Persian, capable of traveling 700 kilometers. Ghadr 110, a liquid-fueled MRBM, with a range of 2,000-3,000 km. Sejil, a two-stage, solid-fueled MRBM with a range of 2,000 km. Khorramabad, a liquid-fueled MRBM that can carry multiple warheads, with a range of 2,000 km. Emad, an improved Shahab 3 variant with better precision and a range of 2,000 km.